Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, fans. And now we're into the evening as we've got game two. Good evening, friends and fans. Welcome to Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, Westminster College. Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes, Tom Rook, as well as we get set for game two of the doubleheader. Westminster and Allegheny on the men's side after the ladies from Westminster fall in overtime. I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Welcome in, Jacob.
Thank you so much, Mark. Good to be here. A little vibe switch from the first game. The fans can't get rid of me yet.
No doubt about it. And, well, speaking of that, David Richards gives us 3 keys to the game.
Absolutely. 3 keys to the game. First one going to be ball screen defense. Make sure that the Titans play solid screen defense today. Number 2, limit Ryan Lang and Pius Litowski, the 2 main guys, the 2-headed dragon for this Gator team. And last but not least, attack the paint, get inside, and get easy buckets in the painted area.
Yeah, all those the keys. Westminster ladies hit a lot of keys, but just struggled down the stretch. Westminster men trying to do the same. Lost to Allegheny the first time. Little revenge factor as well for the Titans. We'll take our first break. We're back with more in a moment. It's Westminster and it's Allegheny is coming up on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Back here at Westminster College's Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Westminster coming in at 13-6, 8-2 in the PAC. First in the North, taking on Allegheny at 7-12, 5-5 in PAC play. Tied for second in the North. And it's time now to welcome in the third member of our team. Let's go down to Tom Rook. Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Talking about head coach of the Allegheny Gators, Pat Sullivan, now in his second year with the Gators, comes to Allegheny with 15-plus years of coaching experience. He spent 10 years at Wabash, where he spent 5 years as an associate head coach and 5 years as an assistant coach as well. He earned 3 NCAC titles, a 2009 graduate of Denison College. He spent 3 years as a starting point guard for Denison, a very successful player. Also played against Allegheny in his career at Denison, now coaches Allegheny. Head coach Pat Sullivan.
Thank you very much. Westminster coached by David Richards. His first year at Westminster, 2-time PAC Coach of the Year, 3 PAC titles in his 7-year career at Chatham before moving to Westminster as the former Westminster point guard and team captain. So back here, and right now it's time to take a look at the current PAC standings.
Taking a look at the North first, Westminster atop at 8-2. It's a big game, Mark, as you mentioned. Allegheny tied for second. This would put them within 2 games of that first spot with Westminster. Geneva also tied for second. Grove City at 4th, Teal at 5th, and Hiram at 6th. Meanwhile, in the South, kind of a top-heavy division there. Chatham 8-2 in first. 3 people tied for second, that being Franciscan, Washington and Jefferson, and St. Vincent, all at 7-3. And then Bethany at 4-6 with Waynesburg at 2-8.
Of course, Westminster and Allegheny are matchup here, but other big games in the PAC as well.
Some big games today. Tied for 2 in the South. Franciscan and W&J go to war today. Bethany travels to Chatham. Waynesburg takes a trip to Latrobe. Grove City and Geneva are going to war, and then Teal visits Hiram.
All right, so those are our matchups, and Westminster coming off a very big win against Chatham on Saturday, 86-66. It was 1 in the North against 1 in the South. The Titans win it, going away, up 52-31 at the half, led by as many as 28. Nick Ryan, a career-high 27, 13 rebounds as well. Another double-digit performance from DJ Harrell with 17, and 9 plus 10 rebounds for Drew Weir. Titans also back-to-back wins as they came off the win over Teal as well. Last week, 73-58 last Wednesday. Weir with 19, Harrell with 18 in that win.
Absolutely. Looking at Westminster also, winning 8 of the last 9, only dropping 1 in the new year. January was a very good month for the Titans. Speaking of the Allegheny Gators, they have yet to win back-to-back games this season, but since December 30th, they've been win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They lost their last one against Bethany, so if history repeats itself, the Gators get a win today.
And look at that history. Westminster leads the all-time series 30-27.
Absolutely. The last matchup was an Allegheny win back in December, and they won 66-54. Something I want to mention, this is a very different Titans team than Allegheny played in December. This team has gelled together a lot more. They've been on a bit of a roll now. This isn't the team they met in December. At home, Westminster 17-7. On the road, 13-20 all time.
Yeah, Drew Weir, 15 points. Trey DePietro, 12. Harrell, 11 the first time they match up. Lang at 18. Perry had 14. And Pius Letowski had 14 in that game the last time the teams matched up. Some of our comparison stats: Westminster 6th in the PAC with 76 points a game. The defense, though, number 2, giving up just 70 per game. Allegheny 67 on offense, 72 on the defensive side. Westminster shoots the free throws at 69% and the threes at 31%. Allegheny shoots the free throws at 70% and they shoot the threes at 31%.
Absolutely. Looking at the rebounds, Westminster 36, number 9, number 4 in defensive rebounds. Want to highlight one of our players real quick. Nick Ryan, 3rd in the PAC in offensive rebounding. Steals per game, Allegheny doesn't force too many turnovers, 7-5 in Westminster's favor. Assists per game, Westminster has the edge there. And turnovers, the Titans are safer with the ball.
Yeah, Westminster 46% field goals. How about that's 3rd in the PAC? And then you look at the other side, Allegheny gives up only 41%, and that's one of the best in the PAC. So where will the battle lie? We'll keep an eye on that one as we do some comparisons. Key players include for Westminster, DJ Harrell, number 2 in the PAC, scoring 20 points a game. Also one of the top in assists, rebounds, and also percentage from 3. Drew Weir, number 4 in the PAC, 8 rebounds per game to go with his 14 points per game. Trey DePietro, back from an injury a year ago, 12 points a game, 6 rebounds. Also number 4 in block shots, and number 2, 54% from the field. Nick Ryan just continues to come on. You mentioned his offensive rebounds, number 3 in the pack, 10 points, 5 rebounds per game for Nick. He just gets better and better, coming off a career-high 27 against Chatham. And Mick Hergenrother, boy, he might be the silent assassin for the Titans this year. Boy, you don't hear much from scoring, just 6 a game, but number 2 in the league in assists, number 3 in the league in steals, continues to play well for the senior.
Yeah, Mr. Do-It-All, Mick. On the other side, the PAC Newcomer of the Year favorite, Pius Letowskis, leading Allegheny in scoring right now, 14.2 points a game. 5-time PAC Newcomer of the Week. Started every single game this season for the Gators. Ryan Lang, and 1,000-plus point scorer, averages 35.5 minutes a game for this Gators team. Leads them in rebounds and assists, 6.7 rebounds a game and 67 assists on the season. Had 18, 7, and 6 the last time the Titans and Gators played. James Sitter, one of the snipers for Allegheny, a transfer from Edinburgh. Then last but not least, Jason Perry, a career high against Bethany in his last game with 22.
Keep an eye on those players. We'll be back with officials and the starters when we return. It's Westminster taking on Allegheny right here on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
Back here, Westminster College, Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. We're on Galbreath Court. Westminster and Allegheny are matchup in this one. Our officials for tonight's game, Joe Strednak, Robbie Lombardo, and Mark Wise will be our officials for this one. And time now to look at the starting lineups. First off, for the Westminster Titans, and we'll start like this. Westminster, number 0, Nick Ryan, a 6'3", freshman averaging 10 points a game. DJ Harrell, the 6-foot grad student, averages 20 points a game. Drew Weir, for the Titans wears number 13, the 6'6" senior, averaging 14 points a game. Number 22, Mick Hergenrother, the 6-foot senior, averaging 6 points a game. And number 25, Trey DePietro, the 6'7" senior, averaging 12 points a game.
For the Gators, going to be number 0, Jason Perry, the 6'1" junior, averaging about 8 points per game. Number 15, Max Wallace, the 6'6" freshman. Number 20, Ryan Lang, the 6-foot senior, averaging 13.5 per game. James Sitter, number 21, a 6'4" senior, dropping about 11 points per game. And then Pius Latauskas, we talked about him, the leader in scoring 14 points a game, the 6'8" freshman from Lithuania.
Yeah, 6'8", played at Kiski Prep. And you mentioned Sitter here as well. Sitter played for Fairview in District 10. Wallace played for Cathedral Prep in District 10. So a little bit of District 10 flavor. And that's right where Allegheny's campus is located, smack dab in the middle of District 10 and the PIAA. Westminster on the season, averaging 76 on offense, 70 on the defense, shooting the free throws at 69%. Titans have made 154 threes, and Allegheny 67 on offense, 72 on the defensive side, 70 from the free throw line, 31% of their threes made. Westminster will wear a white uniform today, blue numbers, blue letters, and blue trim. Allegheny will wear a navy blue uniform with gold numbers, gold letters, and gold trim.
One thing for Westminster that kind of sticks out to me is how well their opponents shoot the three ball. About 36% on the year. The opponents that face Westminster, Allegheny only shooting it at about 31%. It's just a stat that's not really team-oriented. It's not, one team gets hot against a certain team. It's just Westminster, the opponents have got the shots to fall from deep.
And it's interesting because, the Titans defensively are number 2 in the conference, but that's that kind of one number that sticks out that you mentioned. That they're basically last in the conference in percentage against threes. So when teams get threes, they seem to hit them. And is that the defense, or is that just teams, just get lucky sometimes? But Westminster has been very good at taking care of the basketball. The Titans in an assist-to-turnover ratio on the season, number 1, averaging 14 assists a game, just 11 turnovers. Both of those are number 2 categories, but combined in number 1. Titans shoot 46% from the field. A lot of good things offensively for the Titans this year. Probably coming off their best performance of the year in that win against Chatham on Saturday.
Absolutely. One of the favorites to win the entire PAC in the revenge game for Coach David Richards. And I'd say the Titans pretty much handled the Cougars handedly, I guess. A 20-point win. Nick Ryan had his best career game, 27 points out of nowhere, a 13-point performance, 8 offensive rebounds. And going back to something you mentioned, the assist-to-turnover ratio, it's easy for the Titans to keep that a positive stat with 2, point guard 1As for the most part. Mick Hergenrother and DJ Harrell, 2 guys that can run the point guard just as equally as good and control the ball. Both positive assist-to-turnover marks on the year.
I had a chance to talk to David Richards at halftime of the women's game. That's one of the things he pointed out as well, Jacob, is you have those solid senior guards able to take care of the basketball. That makes a huge difference in a game like this. And I also like the point you made earlier, too. This is not the team that went up and lost at Allegheny early in the season in the first pack game, 66-54. This is a Titan team that's really learned to play basketball together since that moment. 9-1 at home this year are the Titans. 13-6 overall, 8-2, first place in the North. Ready to jump center circle, Latauskas and Weir. Ball is in the air, tap controlled by Allegheny, and it is basketball time at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. Perry with a basketball for Allegheny. So Lang back to Perry on the wing. Key for Sitter, gonna fire and hit from 3.
No hesitation there. 44 threes on the year for James Sitter. Lets a straightaway one fly 3-0 lead early for Allegheny.
They're on the wing. Petro right side for Hergenrother. Back into Trey. Fake take and kind of lost it on the way up. Thought he was fouled, but no call. And Latauskas slow. Actually, Wallace slow to get up. He hit his head. On the left side, Sitter. Wallace back into the play. He's going to get there late, shoot a 3 and hit it. How about that? So Max Wallace was down on the floor, mixed in with the dance team. Got back to the dance late and hit the 3.
Yeah, big shot there. His 9-3 of the year. 6-0 lead for the Gators.
Top key, Harrell over to Weir on the wing. Weir spinning toward the paint and then the baseline. Steps through with the right hand, flips it up on a finger roll. It's good. And Drew Weir on the board for Westminster.
1 for 9 from 3 in that Allegheny Gators game earlier in the season was Drew Weir. Been a more back to the basket player as of late and dominating.
6-2 the lead for Allegheny. They have the ball with Perry to the baseline right. feeded to Latowskis. Latowskis in the paint, spins with the left-hand shot, in and out, no good. Tapped his own miss, didn't get it. Hergenrother of Westminster with a rebound. Left side for Ryan. Ryan back out to Hergenrother, top of the key for DePietro. Here thought about a three. And got called for the travel.
Puzzled look on Weir's face in disagreement with the call there. Latowskis got to the rim on Weir rather easily. Backside help from DePietro. Going to be a look that Pius has to look at all game when driving in.
Latowskis, that 6'8", 205-pound freshman wearing 31. An interesting matchup that we'll keep an eye on. Time there for Wallace to tie his shoe. Another ball inbound for Allegheny. Across the timeline, working against Terrell. So Lang on the wing. Lang to the baseline, under the basket. Spins back towards the basket. Fakes, takes, and hits. Strong inside, and Ryan Lang gets his first two.
It was a game of runs in Meadville back in December. Ryan Lang 6-0 run by himself to extend the lead late in the first half, getting to work early.
High post to Petro. Flips it to Ryan. Ryan left side for Hergenrother. Three in the air. Got it. Hergenrother. 21st three of the year. Westminster cuts the lead, 8-5 Allegheny.
Mickman finding the shooting stroke from deep as of late. Had that 5 3-point game against Pitt Greensburg, and since then been lights out from three.
Perry working against Terrell. Comes to Lang. Lang works with the left-hand dribble into the paint. Back out front for Wallace. Wallace trying to bang it against DePietro. Short jumpers up and in. The freshman 6'6", Max Wallace makes it 10-5 Allegheny.
Good strength and touch there, bodying up DePietro and then hitting the floater from outside the paint.
Hergenrother. Main catch against now a tandem 2-3 zone for Allegheny. Morrell with a deep three. Off the back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Weir gets it in the corner somehow. Baseline, Weir inside DePietro, and DePietro got whacked this time, and the foul is called.
Speak about another guard for Westminster that's been lights out from deep. DJ Harrell up to 38% from three in this season now. Not known for his shooting stroke outside, more of a creator downhill, but as of late, he's been finding it from deep.
Foul on Wallace will be his first, team first. They'll say DePietro was in the act of shooting, so Trey shoot line right. 76% from the line this year. Dips and shoots the first one, it's off the front rim, no good. 17:01 on our first half clock. Westminster trailing Allegheny 10-5.
Titans have struggled from the charity stripe this season, about 68% on the year.
Second shot line right for Trey rattles home. First point for DePietro, 10-6. Allegheny leads to the full court man pressure for Westminster. And Perry lost it off his foot. Good defensive pressure for DJ Harrell. And the ball off the foot of Perry out of bounds goes back to Westminster.
Titans have been really hanging their hat on the defensive side of the ball as of late. DJ Harrell sitting in that chair and forcing that pressure against Jason Perry, dribbles it off his foot.
The Titans will inbound on their half, but toss it into the backcourt for Hergenrother. Hergenrother top of the key to DePietro and hands to Ryan. Ryan double teamed up top, back to Hergenrother, down low for DePietro. Spins, puts it up on the right hand, no good, rebound banged around and grabbed by Latowskis.
Early in this game, Max Wallace, the freshman, getting the best of the senior DePietro.
Latowskis top of the key, side for Sitter. Sitter working out front, then to Lang. Lang left side for Wallace. Wallace puts it on the floor, gets into the paint. Back out front for Lang with a shot clock at 10. Lang on the wing, around his screen. Working right then left. Lang back out front for Sitter, and Sitter kind of shuffled his feet. I think he at first maybe thought he'd go right up with that, but the defense was there and get called for the travel. Good defensive set for the Titans.
Absolutely. Looked like Trey DePietro got poked by Wallace on a screen there, but no call made. The officials going to meet for a second.
Coach Richards had something to say to the officials. And when he did, the officials want to have a discussion. So they're going to send both teams to the sideline for a moment.
Currently, the Westminster College Department of Athletics is accepting nominations for the 2026 Titan Sports Hall of Fame. Nominations can be submitted online or by mailing a printed form with supported documents. The deadline for consideration for the 2026 class is May 1st. Inductees will be honored at ceremony at the halftime of the September 11th and recognized of the following day's football game. Nominees must be Westminster graduates who finished at least 8 years ago, earned at least 2 varsity letters in the same sport, and be nominated by at least 2 people. Non-athletes must also meet the 2 nomination requirement. For more information, contact Kevin Fenstermacher at 724-946-6122.
I think what we have here, Jacob, is a Titan challenge. You saw that we thought maybe DePietro got poked, and maybe they thought there was an elbow from Wallace or maybe somebody else inside. And Coach Richards said something to the officials, and now the officials are checking the monitor. Let's get a look into that replay book, but let's go to Tom first. Tom.
Thank you, Mark. They're looking at the camera right now to see if it was a flagrant foul on Wallace. That right elbow looked like it clipped DePietro. They're looking to see if it was too much contact.
See if we can get a look at that too, Peyton, if you can get a closer look onto the screen itself, and take a peek in there and see what the officials are looking at as well. If we can peek into the iPad and our officials and what's happening to see if there was that flagrant foul. And now they'll talk it over. Joe Strednak, Robbie Lombardo, and Mark Wise, our officials. And what do we have? There's our look of the replay. And they usually come over and let the PA announcer know, but they did not at this time, so.
Looks like no call.
Yeah, it looks like no call. Left side, baseline for Ryan. Ryan to Harrell, back out front. DePietro opened the 3 in the air. Got it. Trey DePietro gets 3, number 10 on the season, and Trey has 4 in the game. The Titans cut the lead to 1.
One of the X factors for this Titan offense, if Trey can get that 3 ball going, it's going to be very difficult to guard all 5 of the Titans.
Lang works to his right to the baseline against Hergenrother. Cut off there, and Lang feeds it to Wallace. Wallace with the baseline drive, cut off by DePietro. Backdoor cut, locked away. Good defense on the weak side hand by Drew Weir. Drew knocks it out of bounds with the shot clock at 8.
Stout defense from both sides early in this game. A very, very physical game. The refs letting them play. Going to lead to the first media timeout of today's action.
Media timeout of the action. We'll take the break. Westminster and Allegheny in early battle. It's Allegheny 10, Westminster 9. We're back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
5 early points for Wallace. On the Westminster side, DePietro with 4, Hergenrother with 3. It's a 10-9 Allegheny lead. Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook working the sidelines for us in this one. He's tucked into the Westminster huddle right now, so we'll get a word from Tom in just a moment, with Westminster down by 1.
Yeah, a lot of made shots in this game early. Right now, both teams combining 7 of 12 from the field and 4 of 5 from 3.
Let's quickly go down to Tom Rook.
Thank you, Mark. Coach Richards stressing movement there in that timeout, getting this Titan team moving without the basketball.
Thank you very much, Tom. Inbound with 8 on the shot clock will go to Sitter. Sitter for Allegheny to the foul line. Sitter banging against DePietro. Sitter with the shot clock at 2, at 1. Turnaround jumper at the buzzer off the rim. No good. Rebound grab by Westminster. Hergenrother on the run across the logo. Flips it right side for Weir. Steps into a 3. Up and off the back rim. No good. And the rebound grab by Lang.
Early in this game, the Gators keeping Nick Ryan off the offensive glass. He's flying in there.
And 2 blue shirts found him that time. Right side Perry. Top the key for Sitter, and then back to Perry. on to screen. Perry hesitates. Back out for Lang. Catch and shoot. 3 in the air. Back rim no good. Latauskas with a rebound. Put it back up and got fouled from behind. Foul on trade to Petro.
Latauskas very active on the offensive glass. Over 30 offensive rebounds on the year for the freshman. Also getting to the line at a high clip. Leads this team in made free throws and attempted. 61 of 82 on the year.
He'll shoot 2 shots line left. And the first one for the lefty is off the back rim, no good. 14 points a game for Latauskas, 74% from the line. Teslovich going to check into the game. And Madeline as well. Second shot is up and good for Latauskas, and it's a 11-9 lead for Allegheny.
Some soft pressure here now by Allegheny, 3/4 court man.
Across the timeline. Bergen Rother works the left wing. Top the key to Harrell. Harrell doubled off the screen. Harrell feeds it right side to Ryan. Ryan trying to get to the hoop. Spins at the block. Fakes again. Shoots a tough shot with the left hand off the glass. No good. Got his own rebound and then couldn't go up with it as it was poked out of his hands the last moment. Lang on the wing to Sitter, top of the key. Sitter has a ball poked away and stolen by Hergenrother. Ryan comes up with a loose ball. Ryan to the basket with a lefty, put it up, can't get it but a foul. Going to be 2 shots coming for Nick Ryan.
Smart by the freshman there. You saw Lang trying to set up for a charge, possibly kind of slithered around the left side, got the floater and the contact. No good on the shot, but 2 free throws for Nick Ryan.
So a couple times, the quick hands of Allegheny, like around the hoop. Westminster trying to get putbacks or just shots inside and able to dig and slap it away a couple of times. Ryan line right, first foul shot in and out, no good. Ryan 79% from the foul line on the season. Shoot one more line right with the Titans down 11-9. Dips and shoots and hits. Splitting the pair is Ryan for his first point. Westminster trails 11-10. Some full court pressure by the Titans. Across the timeline, the ball goes to Teslovich. Hanging in against DJ Harrell. Teslovich, top of the key. Latauskas going to fire to 3 and hit it. 15 threes on the year now for Latauskas, and 14-10, the Allegheny lead. Backdoor cut intended for Drew Weir and tossed out of bounds. Intended, I should say, for Harrell, but Harrell got kind of pinballed through the lane that time. Defensively, they were all over him, and the ball went out of bounds.
Yet to see a sub for Westminster. It's over 7 minutes in the action. Coach Richard sticking with the starters thus far, and right when I say that, Hendershot and Lucas Stanley go to the scorer's table.
Near side, Teslovich, one of 2 early subs here for Allegheny. Latauskas on the left side on their wing. Goes to Madeline. And Madeline out front for Teslovich. Ball nearly stolen away again by Hergenrother. And the Sitter with the shot clock at 7. He's going to rise a long 3. It's off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Teslovich got it. Back to the hoop. It's walked by DePietro and out of bounds.
Non-stop action there. Hergenrother on the ground there. Got out rebounded right into Trey DePietro. In the PAC fourth and blocks, adds one right there.
So Stanley and Hendershot checking in for Westminster for Hergenrother and DePietro. And to Sitter. Teslovich inside ball slapped away by Weir. Loose ball picked up. Hendershot and then this Stanley on the wing. So the Titans, a couple of snipers in the game with Lucas and Hendershot. Here's Harrell to the basket. Shot no good. Get more contact on the way to the basket. Without a call. Here's Lang under the basket. Fakes, spins with the left hand, put it up and in. Well, what a move.
Some holes in the Titans' paint defense thus far. Meanwhile, Allegheny walling up against DJ Harrell. Last game against the Gators, Harrell shot 4 of 16 from the field.
Harrell on the wing. Stanley, and then hands off to Hendershot. Being right side for Ryan. Every time there's a pick, too, we're getting a double team. Quickly, the Titans will swing it. The Hendershot corner for Stanley. Catch and shoot. 3 in the air, and he got it. The lefty from the left corner for 3.
Sniper to sniper there. Header shot, bounce pass to Stanley, no hesitation in the left corner, 3 now, 3-point lead for the Gators.
29 threes for Stanley leads the team. Titans down 3. Lang spins at the foul line, fakes the jumper, back out front to Teslovich. And then Teletauskas. Left-hand dribble back to Teslovich, cut off, turnaround jumper up and good. Nice little move there by Teslovich, gets his first 2, 5-point Allegheny lead.
One of those keys to the game, defend the paint. Allegheny doing most of its work in the painted area this far.
Lang and Teletauskas, the guys they want to keep out of the paint if they can. Here's Harrell to the basket, flips it back behind his head to a wide open Weir. Thought about a 3, instead goes to the basket, and on his way to the hoop, whistle and a foul going to go against Owen Madelon. Madeline couldn't believe it, but he'll get the foul. It'll be his first. And that'll take us to timeout as we look at the foul on the drive. A couple of chest bumps, not a lot, but a foul. And that takes us to the media timeout.
Yeah, if Drew Weir let that 3 fly, that would have been on DJ Harrell's highlights. A little over-the-head pass and Jason Williams type pass.
We'll take the quick timeout here. Westminster and Allegheny. Allegheny 18, Westminster 13 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Back here, Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. Mark Slazak with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook is here as well. Let's go down to Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Coach Sullivan emphasizing playing physical in the screen game. A lot of screens, a lot of picks set so far tonight. Allegheny wants to stay physical when screens are set.
Thank you, Tom. Checking with Coach Sullivan in year 2 at Allegheny. First foul shot for Weir, no good.
One thing, Drew Weir, this season has been his Achilles heel, the free throws. On the year, Weir 63%, hits the second one there.
Yeah, you talked him into the second one, so we'll take that.
There we go.
Splits the pair, 3 points in the game for Weir. Titans trail by 4. Across the timeline. Now to Teslovich. Dribbles on the logo and Teletauskas and then to Lang. Madeline left wing, they try to get it inside, and nice defense to knock it out of bounds by Hendershot. 9 on the shot clock for Allegheny.
Titans are having possessions where they're playing stout defense, other ones where the paint defense is just wide open. It's kind of hit or miss.
Shot clock down to 5 with Lang at the top of the key. Step back, off balance jumper is an air ball and out of bounds.
Another 32nd from the Titans. Not the first one of the game. Good defense, 18-14 Allegheny lead.
Isaiah Portis has checked into the Allegheny lineup. The 6'2 senior wears 11. Well across the timeline for Westminster and hands to Stanley. Weave it around and right side for Harrell. Out to open Ryan, top of the key, finds a lane, gets into the paint, puts a shot up and in, and a foul to go with it. Did a nice job of using the inside hand that time, did Nick Ryan. He gets the basket and a chance for a 3-point play.
Smart player is Ryan. We talk about it all the time. No stranger rather with scoring here. Gets inside hand. You see Teletauskas go for the left hand, gets the bucket to go, and 1 for Ryan. Getting Nick Ryan cooking. Could be Westminster's X factor for this game.
Foul on Teslovich. Hey, if he goes left-handed there, that shot's blocked from behind. So you mentioned the smarts and the scoring ability, and Nick Ryan has learned the college game quickly as a Westminster freshman.
Yeah, does not play as a freshman. Much above his years on the court. Makes that free throw there.
Yep, newcomer of the week this week was Nick Ryan.
Titans swept the awards this week. DJ Harrell winning the PAC Player of the Week.
It's tough to get a newcomer of the week off of Teletauskas as well as he's played this year for Allegheny. Stanley has one earlier this year too, but we mentioned Teletauskas with 5 times the newcomer of the week.
Been a lot of Titans and a lot of Gators.
In front with the left hand dribble goes to Lang on the wing. Titans are down by 1. Backdoor cut and inside to lay it up and in. is Teslovich.
Great set there for Allegheny. Got DJ Harrell ball watching, back screen for Teslovich, easy two.
Bergenrother top of the key. Right side for Harrell. Harrell spins into a double team. Ball loose on the floor. Fight for the basketball. Covered up by Hendershot. And it's going to be a jump ball. And it will stay with Westminster. We'll check to see if everybody's okay. But a couple of guys were diving in there head to head.
That's great defense from Allegheny there off the DHO dribble handoff zoom action. Staying with Harrell there, then doubling at the point of attack to force the jump ball.
Inbound for McHergenrother, top of the key. Left side for Harrell. 4-guard offense right now for the Titans. All around DePietro. Harrell feeds it to Hendershot. A long three before the shot clock, and he hits it. Oh, a long distance bomb for Jackson Hendershot. And the Titans have tied the game at 20.
Tongue out, got this place hyped to Jackson Hendershot. That could be the momentum that Westminster and this crowd needs.
Love to see that from the senior, the sniper off the bench. Near side, Lang. Off a screen. Right and then left. Waited for Madeline. Madeline out front, long jumper. Teslovich off the rim, no rebound. Bounces on the floor before it's grabbed by DePietro. Quickly ahead to corner, Stanley catch and shoot. His triples off the back rim, no good. And Allegheny with a rebound.
Titans have a lot of guys that are capable of three-point shooting, but nobody above 30 makes this season.
Ball to the right side as Wallace. He'll shoot the fadeaway and can't hit it on the baseline. Air ball grabbed by Harrell. DJ trying to get to high speed to the basket. Ready, layup, spins it in. DJ Harrell with just the right spin. And the Titans lead by 2.
Yeah, you hear of a double take or a double clutch layup. I think he triple clutched that one on the take. That's one of the skills of Harrell, that body control in midair, get the layup to go through contact.
He does such a nice job of spinning it off the glass too with the touch. Here's Lang, bangs into Hergenrother, no call. Loose ball saved by the Titans, but it goes right to Lang, who lays it in.
Lucas Stanley expanding his game as the season's gone on, got the block there. The Titans couldn't corral the loose ball. Good defense though by Stanley.
Tough if you save the ball underneath your own hoop sometimes. They flipped it right back to a wide open Lang. Let's hear Harrell at the foul line. DJ hesitates, now hard to the basket, off balance. Shot is up and good. DJ Harrell with back-to-back hoops. And we're back to a Westminster 2-point lead.
Not a guy that Allegheny wants to let get hot. You can blink your eye and DJ Harrell has 15 points, 11 straight games of 15 plus for the grad student.
Lang out front will go left side to Madeline. Down inside for Wallace. Wallace gets it in the paint. Little hook with a right hand is up and in. And Max Wallace with 7 in the game. That's his average, 7 points. We're tied at 24.
Yeah, great start for Wallace. You can see him talking to DePietro up the court. His bested trade thus far.
On the wing, Harrell will flip it to Hendershot. Hendershot moves to his left, back to DePietro. Catch and shoot 3 at the top, off the back rim, no good. Teslovich with a rebound for Allegheny. Teslovich will arm bar into Harrell as it brings it across the timeline, left side for Wallace. Wallace on the wing. Puts it on the floor, crosses it with a pass late. Madeline reverse layup up and in, and a timeout going to be taken by Allegheny after the Westminster make.
Wow, great zip pass there from the big man driving baseline. Thought he was going to go up with that one. DePietro in good position. Throws a fastball to Madeline, gets the layup to go. Does Allegheny ties it, or rather takes the lead 26-24. Speaking of, talking about the winter months, it's really cold right now, getting a little bit warmer, Mark, but the winter months can especially be hard for those trying to make ends meet. The Mercer County Food Bank is providing assistance, but they need your help right now. Every dollar you give puts food on the table for a neighbor in need. Don't wait, go to mercercountyfoodbank.org or call 724-981-0353 and make your donation today. Help fill the shelves of our neighbors in need, many of them children, right now. Nobody should go hungry. Visit mercercountyfoodbank.org or call 724-981-0353 and help stamp out hunger today. You know, I want to give a shout out to all the Sodexo workers and all the tub workers through this, historic snowstorm we had the past 2 weeks. Still coming into work every day and providing food for us Westminster students, and a little shout out to all of them.
No doubt. And yes, thank you to everybody. And thank you to all those at the Mercer County Food Bank who work so hard year round to supply those in need with stuff needed all months of the year. So off the Allegheny timeout, Westminster will have the basketball trailing 26-24. 2-point lead for Westminster was the largest lead. They held it briefly at 24-22. Allegheny's biggest lead has been 6.
Pretty even game right now for both teams. The highest score for each team, 7 points. Max Wallace. Rebounding battle pretty similar for both these teams as well.
Lee Hergenrother for Westminster across the timeline. Feeds it to DePietro. DePietro, a couple of dribbles with a right hand. And down low it goes to Weir. Weir back out to Trey. Trey to the foul line. Feeds it into the corner for Hendershot. Back inside for DePietro. Shoots a little hook with the right hand. It's off the back rim, no good. Tapped up almost in the in by Wallace. And the ball ends up in the hands of Allegheny. Lang will feed it ahead to Perry. He's going to float a 3 and hit it. Jason Perry's 12th 3 of the year for a 29-24 Allegheny lead.
Feeling himself and riding that 22-point performance rather against Bethany in their last game.
Right side, Weir will give and go inside to DePietro, and he gets bumped. I think they signaled on the way up. Foul inside on Perry, and maybe out of, nope, 2 shots. Here's a look at that foul underneath.
Trey tried to go up with it there, couldn't quite get up. Maybe a shooting foul nonetheless. Thought it would have been on the floor, but they say Trey was in the act of shooting, so 2 for the senior.
Maybe just for a moment started that upward motion. So line right, first foul shot good for DePietro. 76% for the line this year for the 6'7" senior. Into the game will be Latauskis to check back in. Good minutes for Portis.
Yeah, Isaiah Portis last season against Westminster had a really good game. 6 threes, I believe, in a game at Allegheny. Hasn't been a factor in this game yet.
Second shot is up and good. 6 points for Trey DePietro, and Westminster trails 29-26. Perry will feed it to Lang at the top of the key. Lang to the foul line, spins with the right hand off the glass, too strong. DePietro with the weak side rebound.
Loves that left to right spin, does Lang, getting to the hoop downhill.
Defended well that time by Hergenrother. Here's a back cut inside to DePietro, and he's going to walk with the basketball.
Good idea from Trey. Had the backside wide open. Drew Weir helping Latauskis. Couldn't find him. Travel for DePietro.
Try to get that early contact and bang in, and Wallace kind of pulled the chair on him.
Yeah.
Got the travel. Perry across the timeline. 3-point edge for Allegheny. Perry working left of the lane. Scoops with the right hand. Shot no good. Ryan with a rebound. Ryan races across the timeline to the wing left. Ryan inside for DePietro. DePietro spins to the baseline side. Fake take and got it off the front rim. Didn't go. Rebound grab by Allegheny.
Allegheny playing sound post defense on DePietro. Been a guy that Westminster been able to go to and get a bucket on almost any given possession. But today, the Gators stout.
Came in shooting over 54% from the field. Lang on the wing, Allegheny with a 3-point lead. Lang spins in the paint, back out front for Perry. Right side, 3 in the air. Latowski will hit the 3. That's his second. Latauskis, I should say, hits his second 3. 32-26 Allegheny.
Not too adept to the deep shooting, but now 3 threes in the season.
Court pass stolen by Wallace, and a 2-hand slam for the freshman. And Westminster going to take a timeout. Wallace with the steal, the run out, and the dunk, and Allegheny with their biggest lead. We'll see the replay. And we won't. We'll catch it later. We'll take it. We'll actually just keep it right here.
We'll keep it right here. Talking about you should plan a night out at the theater at Westminster College on February 20th or 21st with the production Big Fish, a musical based on the book about Edward Bloom, a father that tells larger-than-life stories of adventure, love, and magical creatures, and his relationship with his son, Will, who is skeptical of his father's stories. Plan now to attend the show at Westminster's Beagley Theater in Patterson Hall at Westminster College. Get ticket information by visiting www.westminster.edu.
Allegheny 12-2 run in the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Here's that steal and a dunk.
Max Wallace, heck of a game today.
Yeah. Wallace came in averaging 7, has 9 here in the first half. The biggest lead of the game right now for Allegheny. Drew Weir checks back in. Weir gets into the paint, back cut for Hergenrother. The ball lost on the floor and picked up by Wallace. Allegheny on the run. Perry, wing left to the basket, right layup, up and in. And everything working right now for Allegheny, a 10-point lead.
Both Perry and Ryan kind of geared up for that jump, and great job using the right hand to get around the contesting Ryan from Perry.
Top of the key for Weir. Fakes, puts it on the floor, feeds the corner for Harrell. Three is in the air. It's off the rim. No. Rebound. Stanley back up with the left hand rattled out. Stanley fighting for the rebound. Ryan picks it up. Spins with the left. Blocked inside by the foul. And Nick Ryan will shoot a pair.
Great job from the freshman phenoms there. Stanley getting the offensive rebound. Couldn't quite find the bucket, but Ryan cleans up the scraps and gets to the free throw line.
So line right for Ryan. Foul on Sitter, his first. Team foul number 6 on Allegheny. Westminster just one foul in this first half as Ryan hits that first foul shot. One more line right for Ryan is up and good. 6 for Nick Ryan. Allegheny leads 36-28. Perry across the timeline to Lang on the wing. Lang works right foul line, bangs into Hergenrother and puts it up and in with a right hand. Physicality on the move, and Lang gets the finish. He now has 8.
That's the good thing about having a signature move driving in. See, Hergenrother kind of expected the spin, got a shoulder to the chest instead. 2 points for Ryan Lang.
Back to a 10-point Allegheny lead. Harrell hard to the basket with a right hand. Can't spin the layup in. On the rebound grab by Sitter. One of the few times that DJ Harrell kind of finds the lane to the basket and could hit. Here's Lang to the wing. Out front for Sitter. And to Perry, left side with 3:18 to go first half. Sitter between the circles. Works left. Back up front for Lang. Lang to the foul line, again banging in against Hergenrother, put it up. And it's in with the left hand. That's the second time in a row that Mick ends up on the floor and Lang ends up with the basket. He has 10.
Haven't seen many people throughout the season or even career Mick Hergenrother go at him one-on-one consistently and get buckets. Ryan Lang, great control in the paint.
Stanley out front. Works to Hergenrother on the wing left. Hergenrother trying to get downhill against Lang, puts it up and in with the right hand. Gets the answer. And taking a beating on the defensive side, gets one of his own.
Mick not known to score there, but wants to get one back on Lang. They switch Nick Ryan now on to Ryan Lang. A little more physicality from the Titans.
Outside Perry. Fakes the jumper, gives to Lang. Lang in the paint, double team. Into the corner for a wide open Letowskis, and from that same place he hit earlier, another 3.
Came into this game only having 14, 3 on the day. Now 4 of those 3s from Westminster against 1 from the first game, 3 today.
2 from that far corner, and the biggest lead is 13. Up front, Harrell, double teamed off the screen, gives it back to Weir. Weir feeds it to Ryan. He'll fire the 3 from the corner and hit it. Nick Ryan, his 22nd 3 of the year, and Westminster's cut the lead back to 10 again.
Ryan becoming more and more confident in that 3 ball and attempting more per game, and they're dropping.
1:46 to go first half. And Titans have gone a little zone here to try to slow down this Allegheny team, and they throw it away. Try to go high-low from Letowskis to Wallace, and the ball out of bounds. And Westminster will get the basketball back down by 10, trying to find something that works defensively. We'll take the timeout with 1:38 to go in the first half. 43-33, Allegheny leads Westminster under home of the Titans. WCN.
Today, February 4th, is Women in Sports Day, and Titan Radio and WCN are celebrating the athletes who redefine what strength, leadership, and determination look like. Across the country, and right here at Westminster College, women are breaking barriers, setting records, and inspiring the next generation to dream bigger. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, their dedication reminds us that sports aren't just games. They're platforms for confidence, community, and change. Today, we honor the women who compete, coach, train, and support athletics at every level. And we recognize the teammates, mentors, and allies who help make sports more inclusive and empowering for everyone. So cheer a little louder, support a little stronger, and celebrate the women who make Titan athletics and the world of sports better every day. Proudly brought to you by WCN and Titan Radio.
Women in Sports Day, Seth and Emily with the photos to put that montage together. Also, Sophia, Abby, Lily, Zoe, working our crew today. Congratulations. Thank you to you guys. And some numbers.
Looking at Allegheny's just shooting the light side of the ball. 6 of 9 from 3, 18 of 30, 60% from the field. The net's on fire.
Trying to attack the basket. Sorrell, the ball stripped away yet again. Good hands by Allegheny. Out front, Wallace fakes the three. Gives it to Lang. He'll take a three. It's wide left off the glass. Rebound grab by Harrell. 1:16 on the clock. Harrell trying to get downhill, coast to coast. Feeds it to Mick. Corner three in the air. In and out and in again. Just like he planned it, Hergenrother with his second three. 43-36. Allegheny leads, 1 minute to go here in the first half. Top of the key is Sitter. And the Lang on the wing. Very near side against the Titan 2-3 zone. Top of the key, Sitter steps into a long three, side rim, no good. Rebound grab by Weir. 41 seconds to go in the half. Well, top of the key, hesitates, attacks the basket, bangs in with a right hand. He's got it, and a chance for a three-point play for DJ Harrell.
Just like that, the Titans go down by 13. 8-0 run from Westminster. DJ Harrell gets to the cup here. You see a replay of it. Gets downhill on Max Wallace using the speed, bumps into him. Good control in midair. Three-point play opportunity for DJ.
Instead of just going right to the basket and risking that block shot, off 2 feet, just a step from the basket, moves back into the defender and lays it in as he completes the three-point play. Just great body control by Harrell. And it's 43-39, 28 seconds to go. Westminster has chopped that lead back down to 4 again.
Looks like Allegheny would choose to take the last shot, quote unquote, for this half. A little run from Westminster, try to kill the momentum.
Shot clock's at 11, game clock's at 12. Perry come around his screen against the 2-3 zone. Lang to fire a long three. It's off the front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, grabbed by Weir, 4 seconds. Weir tries to get it ahead to Mick. Hergenrother across the timeline, fires at the buzzer. And as a back rim, no good. That's going to end the first half. Nice run to close off the half out of the timeout for the Titans. And it's Allegheny at the half with a lead of 43-39. We'll try to see if Tom can get a word with Coach Richards here at the half, and we'll take a quick break and find out in a moment. Back with more in a moment. Titans up by 4. Home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
And let's go down to Tom Rook. He's with Coach Richards. Tom.
You, Mark. Coach, earlier in December, you guys played this team, scored 54 in the entire game, 39 in this first half. Just how much different is this team compared to that team?
It's a lot different, but I'm really not worried about our offense right now. Our defense was really bad that first half. We let them get whatever they wanted to. We have to play much better on the defensive end the second half to have a chance at this game.
Yeah, you spoke on defense. Switching to the zone later there in that first half, what went into that decision?
Yeah, they were able to get anything they want offensively against our man. So we had to make a little adjustment, and we got to get a couple stops on the stretch.
Ben, hedging the screens very well has Allegheny. How do you guys adjust the offense, to improve on that?
Yeah, we have to move the ball out of the hedge quickly, right? So if they're going to double team our ball screens, we have to move it quickly to get an advantage.
Great, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you very much, Tom Rook. And we are ready with our halftime guest. Slide over this way a little bit, and we'll be on the camera here too. Here at the half, as we look at a couple of those halftime. I'm here with Kennedy K.O. Arison here from the ladies team. Kennedy, we can analyze the highlights here from the first half. And you see the Allegheny men have dominated kind of inside. A nice move there with the left hand for Lang. Some of the plays from the first half. You were watching the first half. What do these men need to do to tighten this thing up?
I think just let the offense come to them. I think they're just kind of settling into the game.
All right, we'll see what happens. A nice run there after the switch to the zone late in the half, and Westminster has cut it to a 4-point edge at the margin. So we're here with Kennedy Harrison. You like to go by KO. Let's start with that. Where did the KO come from in your family? You like to use that everywhere. Where's that from?
Ever since I was younger, my family just gave me that nickname, and it's stuck with me throughout every phase of my life: basketball, school, family, and yeah, so I just go by it.
Does the O mean anything?
Yeah, my middle name's Olivia.
There you go. Okay, at least that was good. We're figuring it had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's it. So is there any other Kennedys in there that you would get confused with?
No, that's just me.
I just wanted to take a syllable off the whole thing. But no, good to have you. Now, Kennedy, you're in your junior year now, Westminster. A tough loss against Allegheny earlier tonight on the ladies' side. Let's talk about that game. Thoughts on that one? Kind of had the lead for a good part of the game, lost it at the end. Thoughts on the game?
I was really proud of this group tonight. I felt like we came in, we did what we needed to do, and they just got some shots to fall when they mattered, and we kind of struggled to score when we needed to get some buckets, but I'm really proud of the team tonight.
Yeah. Allegheny a 55-52 win in overtime. Westminster leading for the majority of the game. I think maybe 3 times as all Allegheny had the lead and then got that lead late in overtime to come away with a win. But the first time it was about a 20-point margin. The team has improved throughout. Still another loss. A tough loss Saturday against Chatham, but a much better performance. A tough loss today against Allegheny, but a much better performance. The team seems to be growing.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the steps we've taken, and it just shows the scores, the results of the game really just show the work we've put in and how much we've improved, and I'm really proud.
What are some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes in practice that's helped this team get better?
I think just holding each other accountable and not being afraid to challenge each other in practice and realize that it's all for the greater good of the team. So.
And are practices competitive and intense?
Yeah, and Coach really stresses that, and I think that's really important, especially if we want to win some of these tough games down the stretch.
You have a lot of talented girls, so getting out of it in practice would certainly help getting more people opportunities. You think it's your opportunity? You're one of the older players. You and Grace, juniors on this team. Just Ange Ukiagu, the only senior on the team, but you're the two that are on the floor playing. How have you taken this as a leadership role, and how have you done with that this year?
Yeah, I've really strived to take that leadership role this year, especially at the point guard position. I think that's super important, and just kind of being the calm in the storm, I think is huge. Just kind of being like the person that they can lean on in the tough games, and just kind of calming the team down, I think is really important.
You're kind of mentoring a freshman point guard in Bella Calcamugio.
Yep.
It's a great relationship. You've got an older point guard, a younger point guard, but a lot of times you're on the floor together. How's that work?
Yeah, it's been really fun playing with Bella, and I think I feel like I've been a good mentor to her, and we kind of lean on each other. Like, we read each other really well, and we communicate well, and we have similar games, so it's been a lot of fun playing with her.
Good friend Grace Kano is leading scorer for the Titans. You seem to have a nice connection of finding Grace when you need a basket.
Yeah, it's fun playing with Grace. I feel like she kind of gets to her spot, and I'm able to find her, and it's been a fun 3 years playing together.
Are you ever amazed at some of the moves that Grace makes in the paint?
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay, and then it goes in, and it's a lot of fun.
You wonder if she's going to take the assist off. She makes 17 moves in the lane before she turns and shoots, right? But well done by Grace. You seem to have that nice connection, which is big.
Yeah.
When you think about a game like this that happened today, an overtime loss, but a game where you played better, what do you need to do to kind of get over the hump in these closer games? So you've gone to a point where you were losing big games, and now you're at least in these games. Now what do you got to do to win them?
I think just taking every possession one at a time. Like, get the stop, get the score, get the stop. Like, instead of focusing on, okay, we need to score this amount of points, just taking one possession at a time and letting the game come to us. I think that'll help us win these close ones.
That scoring had been an issue for a good part of the year, not scoring points, and now we've had a couple games we've gotten some points. Maddie Syka has done a little bit more offensively as of late, kind of given a spark in there. Grace has been consistent all year. There's so many players, a talent that kind of rotate through the lineup.
Yeah.
Do you know when you're coming in there out of the game, or is it kind of by feel of the game? How are the coaches keeping you guys all kind of involved?
I think they really stress just keeping us fresh and just knowing that we can all go in there and contribute, whether like scoring, defense, it may be somebody's night one night and somebody's night the next. I think that's really cool for our team, and that's just shows how versatile we all can be.
When you're looking ahead, you got a big game against W&J on Saturday. Always a tough place to play. Still fighting for a playoff position. How often are you guys looking at the standings and seeing where you are and making sure you stay in that top 4?
Yeah, we're always looking at that, and one of our goals this year was to play in a playoff game and win a playoff game, and that's still the mindset. So. And
still on the table with an opportunity to do that, and you'll just need some wins down the stretch.
Yes, for sure.
All right, Kayo, thank you very much for stopping by here at the half. I appreciate that. Kennedy Harrison of the Westminster Ladies, junior point guard. We're at the half with Westminster men on top, or should be trailing Allegheny by a score of 43-39. We're back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
Thank you.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Some of the youngsters from Newcastle putting on a show here on Ron Galbreath Court. Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook here as well. Thank you, Kennedy Harrison, for joining us here at the half from the ladies team. Westminster ladies falling in overtime 55-52 in this one. Westminster men trailing by 4 to Allegheny here at the half. Allegheny did beat Westminster up at Allegheny the first time. The two teams met. Allegheny had a 66-54 win. Titans kind of really struggled defensively, got down by as many as 13. Had a nice run at the end of the half to score the last 9 points of the half to cut it to this 4-point margin. That's where we are now. And time to look at some of the numbers.
Absolutely. Both these teams just shooting the lights out, especially from the three-point arc. 6 of 12 for Allegheny, 6 of 11 for Westminster. The Gators being led by P.S. Latauskas. All of his made shots from 3. More of an inside, back to the basket kind of big, 6'8", and the freshman. But hitting the threes today, 3 for 3. Mick Hergenrother, on the other hand, for Westminster, leads them with 2. And overall, this game pretty close stats-wise. Offensive rebounds, there's no discrepancy there. Assist-wise, same thing. Turnovers within 2. It's a pretty close game overall stats-wise. Just got to see who's got the effort and who can dig deep to pull it out in the second half.
Latauskas and Lang with 10 apiece. Wallace with 9 to lead Allegheny. Westminster 9 from Nick Ryan, 8 from Mick Hergenrother, 6 from Trey DePietro, 7 from DJ Harrell in the first half. You mentioned the hot shooting numbers, 54% for Allegheny, 48% for Westminster. Great numbers for both teams in the first half. We'll take a break, come back, look at some of the other numbers from this game. It's at the half. It's Allegheny 43. It's Westminster 39. And you're watching basketball in your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
Back here, Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook is here as well. We'll hear from Tom before we get started here in the second half. Is a chance to check in with coaches and see what's going on here at the halftime. But it's an Allegheny 4-point lead, 43-39. We gave you some of the scoring numbers or some of the other numbers to look at.
Yeah, looking at that, it's been an Allegheny-led half, leading for over 17 minutes in that first half. Westminster only led one time, 24-22, midway through that first half. The biggest scoring run for both teams, pretty even. Westminster still on that 9-0 run going into this second half. As I mentioned, only 2 lead changes and 3 times tied. It's been an Allegheny-led first half.
Not about it. 6-6 each team off the bench. Allegheny has scored 22 on their points in the paint as opposed to Westminster's 12 in that first half. We had a chance to talk to Coach Richards going into the halftime, and he told us a little bit about just really not happy with the defensive performance thus far. Tom asked him about the scoring, and he said, I'm not worried about the scoring. I'm worried about the defense and trying to slow this team down and see where we are. And Tom getting a word right now with Coach Sullivan, so we'll hear some of his words in a moment as well. But Westminster went to a 2-3 zone as of late. And you got a team at a time, and you think about sometimes the strategy of the game, and Allegheny shooting over 55%. They were even higher at the moment when you go to the zone and you think, oh, you're going to give them open shots and you're going to be in big trouble. And they missed 3 or 4 down the stretch there from the outside.
Yeah, good shots, but it's forcing Allegheny to try to fit these passes into tighter windows. They threw it away on a few back cuts and just some exchanges that maybe they'd have in man. And Westminster played man for 18 minutes of that first half, and Allegheny got into a groove, switch it up a little bit, and the zone kind of gave them troubles leading to that 9-0 run.
So Westminster finishes the half of the 9-0 run and get back into this game down just 4 after trailing by 13 in the first half. And in a moment, we'll try to get a word from Tom Rook. So we're just going to keep it right here as we peek in on some of the Westminster ladies, and including Kennedy Harrison, who gave us that nice interview at the half. Westminster, the ladies falling 55-52 in overtime. And Tom, if you're ready, we are ready to come to you. Let's go down to Tom Rook. Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Talking to Coach for Allegheny. He stressed getting defensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds is key in the second half for the Gators. Being able to play on both sides of the ball is another key that Allegheny is going to live by in the second half.
Did a nice job. Thank you, Tom, in that first half with 9 defensive boards. Westminster just 4 offensive rebounds. It's kind of been a category the Titans have done very well at in games as of late, especially Nick Ryan finding offensive rebounds. But all the little things in the first half seem to go Allegheny's way. Now we'll just see if they can continue that into the second half. Minus that late run by the Titans, it was all Allegheny in that first half.
It was 43-30 before that 9-0 run. We'll see if Westminster comes out in that zone or if they try to match up in man again.
So Allegheny in the blue uniforms. Come back with Perry and Lang, Matauskis, Wallace, and Sitter. Westminster with DePietro, Ryan, Harrell, Hergenrother, and Weir. Dark blue uniforms for Allegheny, Westminster in the white. Women in Sports Day, Coach Tammy Swearingen out there mopping the lane. How about that? Working hard. Volleyball coach and associate athletic director here.
A little bit of everything.
Yep, does it all. She works hard. She's out there lining the court for her games all the time. His ball right side, Sitter on the wing. Top of the key for Wallace, had a big first half. And to Perry, right side for Sitter. Gonna step into a long 3 and hit it. James Sitter, second 3 of the game.
Started the game off with a 3 for Allegheny in the first half. Started the second half off with another 3. Just a smooth stroke from Sitter. 45 threes on the year now.
5th in the PAC in percentage as well. High post it goes to DePietro. Corner for Weir. His 3 is off the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Perry. Allegheny leading 46-39. 3 of the air up and no good. Rebound run down in the corner by Hergenrother. Make across the timeline to the top of the key. Feeds it down low for DePietro. Back to Hergenrother. He steps into an open 3. Wide right, no good. Long rebound to Ryan. He'll try a 3 from there, and it's off the rim, no. And City with a rebound. Couple of good looks for 3 that time for the Titans. Can't get them to go. Allegheny basketball. Right side on the wing. Lang to the baseline. Lang. It's trouble from Ryan. Missed a shot. Ryan with a rebound. You mentioned that defensive switch to get the physicality of Ryan against Lang. That's helped the Titans a bit too.
Absolutely. Been muscling up Nick Hergenrother in that first half.
In the paint, Harrell lost it, got it back, reverse layup, up and in. Somehow, DJ Harrell scores that one.
Cool, calm, and collected. DJ Harrell using the experience, showing the years of collegiate basketball played there. Staying calm after he thought he got fouled, got the 2 to go.
Down low to Wallace, double, triple teamed, and blocked from behind by DePietro, but somebody in white going to get a foul there. It's going to be Hergenrother.
Yeah, Wallace continuing the dominance, so to say, in that first half. He's had one of his best first halves of the year. There you see getting in the paint. DePietro, Hergenrother, and Weir all there, but going to lead to a Max Wallace free throw.
So Wallace line right. Foul shot is up and good. Max Wallace will get one more. Freshman. 6'6". And the second one no good. Ryan with a rebound for the Titans. 47-41, Allegheny leads. Weir top the key for the Titans. He's the left side for Harrell. Harrell to DePietro and around the horn to Ryan. Ryan double teamed off the pick to Weir. Left side for Hergenrother. Baseline drive to the basket. Blocked inside. Harrell with a one-hand rebound. Put it back up. No. Tap by DePietro to foul. DJ Harrell said, I got whacked in the head. Did not get a call. Trey kept with it. And Trey DePietro will shoot a pair. Latauskas will pick up his foul. It's his first. 2 from the line for Trey DePietro. Line left, first one is around the rim and in. One more. It's off the front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Hergenrother and Ryan get tied up with Wallace in there, and Nick Ryan going to get the foul. (47-42), Westminster trailing Allegheny, 17:30 to go. Here at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. Lang thought about a 3, feeds Wallace instead. Perry on the wing. Perry lobs in for Latauskas, and fighting in front was Hergenrother. Boy, Mick's in front, reaching straight up. Latauskas reaching over, and Mick Hergenrother going to get the foul on the floor.
Interesting call there, going to lead to an Allegheny baseline set. Interesting formation here on it.
The lob on the inbound goes to Perry. And right side for Lang. Lang on the wing. It's into the paint, ball slapped away by Harrell and into the hands of Ryan for a Titan takeaway. Head to Hergenrother. Flip it over to Weir. Weir wing left, spinning against Latauskas, into the paint with a right hand, put it up off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound to the floor and grabbed by Latauskas. Into the left corner, Wallace. And up front for Perry. Perry steps into the paint and back out front for Sitter against the Titan man-to-man. Perry on the wing. Gets to the foul line. Right side for Lang with a shot clock at 10. Moves left, shoots a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound high in the air for Trey DePietro. Harrell banging into the lane, throws up the jump. Thought he was going to get a foul call. No call. And a rebound grab by Allegheny. Goes Richards with his hands to his side. Then what was that? As he questions the official. Here's a cross-court pass stolen away by Hergenrother. Mick to the basket with a right hand off the glass. No good with a foul. Sitter says, I didn't touch him. But it'll be 2 shots for Mick Hergenrother.
Good job of Westminster getting to the rim there and slowing the pace down here. As you see, full speed ahead there. 2 Gators, including Sitter and Perry, in the vicinity of Hergenrother. Gonna lead to 2 Mick free throws here.
Second foul on Sitter. Hergenrother line left. Titans down 5. First one's off the front rim, no good. Then, a lot like Drew Weir, Hergenrother struggled from the foul line this year. 62%. And one more line left. And it's up off the front rim, no good. Missed them both. Rebound to the floor, grabbed by Hergenrother. Titans keep it alive. Inside it goes to Weir. Weir to the basket, and a blocking foul going to be called on Wallace. And it'll be 2 shots for Drew Weir.
2 missed free throws lead to more free throws for Drew Weir. Just the effort from Westminster. It's been a very physical game today, and the offensive rebounding been even for the most part. Going to be one of the factors in the second half that leads to either a Gator or a Titan victory.
47-42. Allegheny on top, 16:05 to go. Coach Tammy cleaning up. A line left for Weir. Shoot 2. First one is up and good. Weir 2 of 3 from the line. 11 of 17 for the Titans in the game. Madeline get a tech back into the game for Allegheny. One more line left for Weir. And he got that one as well. 5 points for Drew Weir. Westminster trails by 3. Wing left. Perry of Allegheny at the top of the key. Left side for Madeline. Looking for help inside and finally out front for Perry. Perry puts it on the floor, spins back out to Madeline. Top of the key. Latowski's going to fire a 3, and this one is short and out of bounds.
Finally, some chink in the armor there for Latowskis, who was 3 for 3 on the day. Can't get that one to go. Going to lead to immediate timeout here.
Immediate time out of the action. We'll take the break with 15:37 to go in this one. It's Allegheny 47, Westminster 44, and you're home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks. Located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
47-44, the lead for Allegheny over Westminster. Allegheny led end of the first half 43-39. Just a 5-4 margin for Westminster here in the second half. Nick Ryan and DJ Harrell with 9. Hergenrother with 8. DePietro with 7 to lead Westminster. 10, 10, and 10 for Lang, Latowskis, and Wallace. 6 for James Sitter.
A well-balanced attack. Talked about it during the halftime break early in the first half, midway through the first half. It's been a well-balanced attack for both these teams. No double-digit scores for Westminster yet. Nick Ryan and DJ Harrell both with 9, 8 for Mick Hergenrother, 7 for Trey DePietro, and you mentioned 3 double-digit scores for the Gators.
Titans on the inbound with a chance to tie it with the 3. That front it goes to Ryan. Wing. Download to Harrell, back out to Petro, left alone, fires a 3. We're tied! The big man nails the 3. We're tied at 47.
Trey DePietro matching Latowskis, another 3 for the big man, going bar for bar, 3 for 3.
Right hand dribble, Perry to the wing. To Lang, into the paint with a spin. Defended by DePietro. Shot tried to be tipped up by Latowskis. It's no good. Weir defended that one, knocked it out of bounds. There's the 3 for Trey. Maybe not. Catch it later. There's a lob into Perry. Back in the corner, left side. There's Lang. Baseline, feeds it out front. Latowskis going to try to triple again. It's in and out, no good. Rebound, Drew Weir of Westminster. Tied at 47, chances now to take a lead for Westminster. High post, opposite corner, Weir for 3. Ticks the front rim, shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Ryan dives on it. DePietro lies on it. It's Westminster ball. What do we got? Did they get a timeout? No, a jump ball to call.
Love the hustle.
But Westminster ball, right? Yeah. And it was Ryan who kind of reached out and dove and kept that ball alive at first. And then Trey with a dive on it. Westminster keeps the basketball via the arrow. And the sideline inbound right in front of the Titan bench. So Ryan sets a trigger. And now what do we have? We are going Thought for a second that we were going to go to a replay, but we will not. Maybe for a second they were questioning who had the ball on the arrow.
Yeah, Westminster keeps it here in a tied 47-47 game. Much more offensive game than the first matchup in December, 66-54, the final there, 47 apiece with 15 minutes remaining.
Ryan to Harrell and then out front for Hergenrother. Harrell on the wing. Back to Mick and then back to Harrell. Double team, feeds it to DePietro. And we got a whistle on a foul on Allegheny. And the Titans are doing a better job early on. The double on every screen, and Westminster was having trouble finding the opening player, and now finding the middle or getting the ball inside. Been effective against the trap on the pick and rolls. Inbound goes to Harrell in the corner. Harrell with a baseline drive, fights it, blocked inside. Latauskas blocked it though to Ryan. Westminster keeps it alive in the 47-47 tie. Ryan attacks the basket, under the basket, opposite for Hergenroth. The three in the air, too strong, no good. Rebound grab by Weir, throws it off the leg of Madeline and out of bounds. Westminster will keep the basketball.
Always love that play there. It's a smart thing to do. Just throwing the ball off a player underneath your own basket here. The hustle from Weir, smart play, gets the crowd hyped too.
Baseline inbound for Hergenrother. Looks and lobs out front for Weir. So we get there, Ryan top of the key, double team, ball loose on the floor. Ryan got it back. Ryan lost it again and gives it somehow to DePietro. Trey in the paint, ball slapped away. And now another foul. And this is what never happened in the first half in the paint. And they're now Allegheny upset because, hey, we didn't get those calls in the first half. We got away with this.
Yeah, it's an interesting game from the officials here. A lot of physicality being allowed. Some calls being made, some calls being left to the players there. 3 fouls now for Ryan Lang.
Inbound at the corner for Ryan. Catch and shoot. 3 in the air. Off the back rim, no good. Lang with a rebound. Still tied at 47. Well, it seemed like Westminster had 5 or 6 chances that time. Here's Sitter going to step into a long 3. Front rim, no good. And the rebound tracked down by Weir on the run. Weir hesitates, left sideline. Gets to the baseline, feeds it to Ryan, spins in the paint. Shoots a left-hand block by Latauskas. Right back to Ryan. Fake, trying to throw it up and got fouled from behind. I think I point out of bounds. He may not give Ryan any shots here.
I mean, he's got dragged to the ground here. I think Latauskas got hit a little low maybe. Ryan just gets dragged to the ground. They're kind of a mat return.
He did. It looked like he took a low blow and then ripped Ryan to the ground. And it'll be an inbound underneath the basket. Wallace going to give Latauskas a break. There's 2 of the youngsters vying for maybe overall newcomer of the year, battling in the paint.
Very defensive battle. 4 points for Allegheny in this second half thus far.
Inbound to Ryan, feeds it to Harrell. Harrell fires right side for Ryan. He's open, the 3's in the air, takes the front rim, no good. Rebound grab by Lang.
Great idea on the screen there from DePietro. Couldn't hit it, good Ryan.
Been frozen at 47 for a while now. Sitter fakes a 3. Feeds it out to Lang. Lang spins in the lane to the baseline, banging in against Hergenrother. Now flips it to Perry, floats it with a right-hand shot, no good. Harrell had the rebound, ripped away by Madeline. His shot, no good. And Ryan with a rebound, Titans with a run out. Ryan down the lane. Ryan fake, missed it. Rebound, no. Ball to the floor. Fight for the basketball and a tie-up. And what did they say?
I think they said Allegheny got a timeout, or
Westminster maybe out of bounds, and give us a chance to take a look at some Dar Huey trivia with the timeout of the action, and this game still tied at 47. So Jake, in his first 17-year era of 1910 to 1926, the women's record for Titan basketball, what was the cumulative record for the first 17 years of basketball? Was it 34-0, 20-20-2, 30-27-3, 15-45?
I think if it was 34-0, I would have heard about it. And I also think I would have heard about it if it was 15-44. I think 20-20-2 is what I'm going to go with.
Let's take a look. We missed it.
Shucks.
How about 3 ties?
Yeah.
30, 27, and 3. So almost 500 exactly.
Wow.
But 3 ties in that early going. Thank you so much, Dar Huey, for supplying that after a 33-year hiatus. Titan women's Basketball resumed then in 1958 with a limited schedule. Let's go down to Tom. Tom, what do you got?
Thank you, Mark. Coach Sullivan really happy with the way this team is shooting the ball in transition. When Westminster drops back into that zone defense, they're happy with the way they're shooting the ball, but he keeps stressing those defensive rebounds. This game is going to come down to whether the Gators can defensively rebound the basketball.
Westminster now adding on the offensive rebound side, now up to 13 offensive rebounds, 31 total for the Titans to just 24 for Allegheny.
Yeah, 6 offensive rebounds for Nick Ryan. He's really upped his game on the offensive glass this game. Looking to get another game of 10-plus points, 7 straight with 10-plus points, a career high 27 points in his last game against Chatham, including 38 minutes, another career high.
It's top of the key with the basketball, excuse me. Into the basket. Allegheny first shot no good for Teslavich, got it back, put it up no good. And Westminster commits the foul inside. That's Drew Weir.
Yeah, good defense for Westminster. Teslavich just muscles his way inside and gets the foul. It's been a pretty lopsided free throw battle from Allegheny and Westminster. Westminster 12 of 18. This is going to be the 5th and 6th attempts from the free throw line for the Gators. 2 of 5 on the day, make it 3 of 5. A lot more fouls on the Gators than Westminster.
So Teslavich knocks down that first one. 5 in the game for the sophomore Eli Teslavich. He'll have one more line right. And that one's no good. And rebound grabbed by Stanley, who's checked back into the game for Westminster. Stanley and Hendershot have checked in. Titans trail by 1. We have been stuck at 47-47 forever. Westminster still stuck on their 47. Ball in and Weir. He'll jam it with 2 hands. Exclamation point gets you to 49.
Raise the roof, says the bench, and Julian Viscata. He said 47 stuck there, and Weir slips through for a wide open dunk, 49-48.
Westminster with a 1-point lead. Lying on the wing, comes around a screen from Sitter into the paint, fakes, puts it up with the right hand, muscles it, scores it, and a chance for a 3-point play.
The patience of Ryan Lang needs to be studied. He gets downhill at the speed of a bullet, then stops on a dime, 2 feet, goes up strong, gets the and 1.
That'll take us to a media timeout. Media timeout in the action. There's Lang getting to the basket with a right-hand layup. Chance for a 3-point play when we come back. 11:47 on the clock. There's the Weir dunk. Westminster leads it 50-49. Back with, actually, Allegheny leads it 50-49. Back with more in a moment. You're home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
Back here, Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. We're on Galbreath Court. Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook is here as well. Tom was peeking into the Westminster huddle, so let's check in with Tom Rook. In a moment, we'll check in. Now we're ready. Let's check in with Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Coach Richards not fazed, not worried about this team. 1 of 9 from the field from their last 9 shots. He's focused on getting this offense back together, back ready for a great offensive possession.
Thank you very much, Tom. Going to be a chance for a 3-point play to be completed here for Ryan Lang of Allegheny, line right. And that foul shot's up good. So Lang gets his first 3 of the second half. Allegheny with a 2-point lead. They led by 4 at the end of the first half. Right side for Hendershot. To Hergenrother, top of the key. Left side for Weir. Thought about a 3 instead. Drives to the basket, spins with the right hand, scoops and scores. Drew Weir with a right hand spin. 6 of the second half for Weir, and we're tied at 51.
Silky smooth with Drew Weir. Going baseline, spins back to the right hand over Wallace. Gets the 2 to go and ties this game at 51.
Lang to Teslavich. Working against Nick Hergenrother. Off to Madeline in the corner. Back out front for Wallace. Wallace puts it on the floor, trying to bang it against Weir. Fake, shoots with the right hand. No good. Weir with a rebound. Titans with a chance to take a lead. Ball ahead right side for Stanley. Around the horn for Harrell. Fakes a 3, gets to the foul line. Off balance runner. Hits it with the right hand. DJ Harrell with 11 points.
Time for DJ Harrell to heat up like a microwave. It's clutch time. About 10 minutes left in this second half.
He's been a finisher for the Titans all year. Lang right wing to the baseline. Lang trying to muscle in against Hergenrother. Gets caught up under the basket, double teamed, and he gets tied up. Good hustle by Jackson Hendershot to tie him up. And the ball to Westminster on the takeaway.
Those little things matter there. Hendershot.
Now we have one referee pointing one way, one the other way, so we'll see. You can see Jackson hanging on.
Great hustle from the senior. Kind of thing you see freshmen do to get minutes. Hendershot doesn't matter. Still going to dive on the ground and get the loose balls.
I don't know if we have to go back to review here. They're checking the scorebook as to who had the ball last.
We do have the arrow, correct?
And we did have the arrow, but the officials are not sure if maybe one was missed or not, I guess is the discussion, because Allegheny was sure it was their ball. Near side official pointed Allegheny ball. Far side official looked to the scoreboard, which was pointing towards Westminster, the arrow clock. And it's going to be Allegheny basketball after discussion. Or is it? Old days. Allegheny ball. I'm looking down at Tom Rook. He's pointing one way, he's pointing the other way. I think Tom, you just tell me, stop pointing. Whose ball is it, Tom?
Referees are looking at it, Mark. They're looking. It's going to be Westminster basketball.
All right, thank you.
Both officials just pointed the opposite ways again, coming out of the huddle there. I mean, that's funny. Tom was trying to get the guys in front of the football guys to do the roller coaster.
Tom was pointing, and he kept pointing towards the Allegheny side. And I'd say Allegheny ball, and he'd say, no, and point the other way. Now we got the right direction. Our basket's down there, Tom. But Allegheny's going to get the ball regardless. Allegheny's going to inbound. Here we go. Lob out front. Ball tipped away near midcourt, and a foul going to be called a Jackson Hendershot near the midcourt line.
I don't know. I think that's a PBU. I don't know if that's a foul. Interesting developments there in the jump ball. Always a fun time.
So it'll be a sideline inbound now for Allegheny in front of their own bench. Ball inbounded to Madeline out front. And to Wallace. Right side to Sitter and then back out front. Teslovich. Sitter on the wing with the shot clock at 8. Looking inside, tried for Lang, threw it past him. Good defense by Mick Hergenrother. Titans with the ball in a 2-point lead. Hesitation for Harrell, hard to the basket, Brady layup up and in. Oh, he saw the big guy Wallace coming, didn't matter. He finished anyhow, 6 1/2, and a 4-point lead for Harrell on the basket.
Yeah, Harrell definitely not afraid of the trees, getting downhill, goes right up inside, hand on the left side, gets it to go.
Boy, a couple big collisions near the midcourt stripe and no call between Teslovich and Harrell.
Letting the guys play.
Cross-court pass knocked away by Stanley. It's a run out for Lucas. Hesitates. Layup. Good. Lucas Stanley with a pick in the layup. And Allegheny wants a timeout as Westminster is now +6.
Just like that, the Titans, it's knotted at 47 apiece. Stanley on the run out there. A little hesitation. Right-hand layup up and good. 6-point lead for Westminster.
We'll take the timeout as well. Back with more in a moment. Westminster 57-51. The lead. Back with more in a moment. Your home of the Titans. WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
Titan dance team. Here at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, Westminster with a 57-51 lead. Westminster down 2 at the half. And late run here to jump in front. DJ Harrell 6 points in the second half. Drew Weir 6 in the second half.
1-2-2 now for Westminster. Nick Ryan back into the game. Been the equalizer, so to say, for Ryan Lang, physically getting downhill. Looking to match up after this half court here.
Allegheny, one of their last 12 from the field. Out front with the basketball. Lang to Perry. Feed it to Lang, top of the key. Looking to drive, back to Perry on the wing. He'll flow to three and got it. Big three there by Jason Perry, his second of the game. Cuts the Titan lead back in half and back to three.
Every bucket matters here down the stretch. Tight defense from both teams. Every point's going to matter.
Ryan foul line left alone, turns, shoots off the rim, no good. And a rebound grab by Latowskis, who's checked back in for Allegheny. Latowskis top of the key, working against Stanley. To Perry on the wing left. Perry around a screen, downhill, spins, shoots with a right hand, no good, but a foul. And Jason Perry getting deep into the paint will shoot two.
It's the free throw battle slowly swinging its way back to an even playing field. Allegheny getting downhill more often, drawing some more fouls. Earlier in the game, it was Allegheny had 13 team fouls to Westminster's 4.
4 out of 7 from the line tonight for Allegheny. That one's up and good. First attempt there for Perry. He hit it. Westminster's been to the line 18 times, 12 of 18. Lead cut down to 2. One more line right for Perry. 8:39 to go in this one. And second shot is up and good. So Perry gets the pair. 10 points now for Perry in the game. Just over his average of 8.5. 1 point Titan lead. Tuckerell top of the key. This is now a zone defense here for Allegheny, a little tandem 2-3. Harrell tries to split the front end. The ball loose on the floor, picked up by Ryan. And now to Stanley. He'll fire from 3 and hit it. Oh, look what I found. And then a 3.
Great hustle there from Ryan. Kind of rolled the ball from touching the W on the out of bounds line. And Lucas Stanley just no hesitation on the 3. Confidence from the freshman.
Second 3 of the game for Stanley. A big one. Titans are up by 4. Perry looking in towards the blue and then back out front. Wallace picks up the dribble. Hands to Latowskis. And the logo with the shot clock at 5. Step back 3 in the air. Hit it! A big 3 for Pius Latowskis. He has 13, 4 of them on 3-pointers.
Wow, really feeling himself today inside Ron Galbreath. On Ron Galbreath court, the 3s are raining for Latowskis.
All 4 of his baskets 3s. 1 point Titan lead. Harrell on the wing. Feed it out to Stanley. Back to Harrell. Harrell to the foul line. Stop pop jumper, partially blocked. Loose ball. Grabbed by Wallace of Allegheny. And the Gators have it back. Lang will come across the timeline, working against Ryan. Lang, double team down front. Latowskis for Sitter. He's going to fire a long 3 and hit it. Oh, deep wing 3 for Sitter.
A look of confusion from Hendershot, a shot that he's hit himself numerous a time as a Titan. Sitter gives him one of his own.
3 deep 3s for Sitter in the game. A 3-point Allegheny lead. Around right side, down deep to DePietro, feed it to Hendershot. Lays it up on the left hand, it didn't go, but a foul. And Jackson Hendershot will shoot a pair, line left.
Just couldn't roll it over the rim there, just nearly gets it here. Good cut from Hendershot, good find, but couldn't quite roll it over the rim.
4th foul on Ryan Lang. That could be significant for Allegheny. It gives us a chance to talk a little Westminster.
Talking about a little alumni gathering. Westminster Titan Athletics is holding an alumni and friends gathering on Saturday, February 7th between the women's and men's basketball games at W&J. The gathering will convene in the media room inside the Commons building on the campus at W&J between games and will include a variety of snacks, including build-your-own mini burgers, cupcakes, drinks, and the campus's famous homemade potato chips and dip. Visit westminster.edu for full details and to register and to join us in W&J and cheering on the Titans. Connor Ely and I are going to be at that game.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be nice enough to, extend the alumni gifts and food.
How close is that to where you're broadcasting, the media room? Hopefully get a chance to zip over.
It sounds close. I mean, we'll see if they're nice.
Tell them you know me, Gary Swanson.
Yep.
Just say, hey.
We came in place. We came in place.
We're here. And you could go in and slip in.
Absolutely. Sounds like a good time.
Use our media passes and see what happens. But yeah, it sounds like a fun time. Let's go down to Tom. Tom, go ahead.
Thank you, Mark. Looking into the Allegheny huddle, Coach fired up about the 50-50 balls. They need to win those loose balls in order to have success in today's game.
Thank you very much, Tom. Allegheny is led by as many as 13 in the game right now. They lead by 2. Westminster's biggest lead was just a little bit ago. They jumped out to a 6-point lead, but right back at it came Allegheny. Right now, Jackson Hendershot going to try to tie this game back up. First foul shot is up and good. Jackson on the year now 6 of 7 from the line.
Doesn't get to the line very often, but a very adept and skilled free throw shooter is Hendershot. Kind of roams around the perimeter for most of the game.
Second shot good, so he gets them both. And he'll check out. Hergenrother will check back in.
Starting 5 out there for the Titans.
Tied again at 62.
Perry, Teslovich, Latauskis, Sitter, and Wallace out there for the Gators.
Teslovich in for Lang, who sat down with the 4 fouls. In the corner, and we might have a legal screen. We do. Hergenrother tried to get off a pick. Wallace put him to the floor on the illegal screen.
Yeah, Wallace about put him through the floorboards, the new floorboards of Ron Galbreath court there. I don't know if that's a little Lou Dort and Nick selling it there, but nonetheless, it's going Westminster's way, as you see Luke Rowan saying Westminster's ball. 4th
foul on Wallace.
A lot of Gators got to be careful. Lang with 4, Wallace with 4.
Wallace stays out here. DePietro between the circles, left line, or left side for Hergenrother. Hergenrother to the foul line, try to scoop it opposite, the ball poked away. Head right side for Sitter. Back out to Perry. Teslovich back out to Perry, right side. Tied at 62. Women went to overtime. Will that happen again? On the sideline, the ball poked away from Sitter, but a whistle and a Titan foul. Mick Hergenrother pick up his 3rd foul. 8 team fouls apiece, so foul shots here on line right for Sitter. First one's up and good. Sitter 89% from the foul line this year.
Yeah, like I said, Allegheny slowly chipping away at that free throw disparity. The Sitter second free throw.
That one rattles out, no good to Petro with the Titan rebound. 1 point Allegheny lead. That will slow up, give the ball to Hergenrother, and the Titans will run offense. Ryan wing left, feeds it down low to Weir. Boy, he got to him second early, might have had a layup. Weir down low, fake take, shot with the right hand, no good. Tries to tap it, no. Ball to the corner, and it's off the foot of who? Sitter wants a replay because I think he's going to get it because I think it went on Mick's foot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was.
We got eagle eyes up here, Mark. Let's see the
like
replay.
Let's see our replay.
Right now, it looks like it bounced off the foot of Hergenrother there.
And then they signaled the ball to Westminster, but immediately Sitter made the motion that he wants a replay, and that's what we're going to get. So
Coach Sullivan trusting his players there. Timeout's valuable here. Only 1 left if they don't, or 0 left if they don't get it here.
Yeah, true. It would be their last timeout, and he didn't even think about it. He went right away. And we can zoom in. Jaden Jackson, take a look at that replay. And
I think it went off the right foot of
right there.
Right there.
Yeah, off the hand of Sitter, but he threw it right down onto the foot. And our look.
Tough play, tough call.
We had for a second, but now body's in the way. But I think we got a good look at it. Even our replay right off the bat is slowed down a bit here. Watch Mick's right foot right there.
Yep.
And I don't think it hit Sitter again after that. That would be the only thing possible, is if it somehow also then hit Sitter after it hit Mick's foot. Definitely hit Mick's foot and headed to the baseline right away.
Worth a replay, though. It's a 1-point game, 5:25 remaining in the second half. As I mentioned, this could put Allegheny within 2 games of first place in the PAC North.
And the officials still looking at it. Trying to look at some different angles to see if that gets them anything different. As you can see, there's an iPad here on the near side. We're peeking at the iPad. Now I'm going to see if it hits Sitter again on the way by. And that's where it's tough to tell. So we get our camera here on the iPad side. Now, the other side of the iPad is a much bigger monitor that the three officials are looking at right now. And they say nothing yet. They're going to have a conference.
It seems pretty clearly off of the foot of Hergenrother, but got to be indisputable with it being called Westminster's ball originally.
Yeah, and the thing that you really can't maybe clearly tell is after it hit his foot.
Yep.
And they're going to say it's going to stay. It's Westminster ball, so there's going to be a timeout charged to
Wow.
Allegheny, I believe, right?
Looked pretty clear from up here. I believe,
We
saw
just
the
couldn't
bounce,
see
but-
if it
yeah.
then came back off the body. Definitely went off the foot of Hergenrother,
Maybe-
not a doubt.
Maybe that far side
Yeah.
sideline camera maybe gave a different look of a hand or
Yeah,
or
'cause
finger or
it could have
something.
maybe come to the body, or maybe they just felt that it just wasn't close enough.
That's why that original call really does matter. Feels like a call on the floor stands kind of thing. There's no refutable or irrefutable evidence, rather.
Are we going to look at it again?
Wow.
Or are we looking now at what? Shot,
Maybe the timing.
shot clock and time now. So it's definitely Westminster ball. Right now the shot clock was at 6. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. So we're set. So a big non-reversal cost Allegheny their last time out with 5:25 to go. Westminster to inbound. It'll go to Ryan. Out front to Harrell. Titans trail by 1. Weir on the left side. Feeds it down low for Harrell. Back out to DePietro. 3 in the air. Off the front rim. No good. And a rebound grab by Allegheny. Tauskas skies for that. Coast to coast. Teslavich with a left-hand shot. Doesn't go, but fouled by Ryan. And Teslavich will shoot a pair.
Allegheny found the formula to success here, getting downhill and getting fouls called, slowing the game down. Ryan on his hip there of Teslavich. Good defense from Ryan, but just got into the body a little too much there.
First foul shot rattles out, no good. We'll get one more line right for Eli Teslavich. Came in shooting 62% from the line, 1 of 3 so far tonight. Allegheny trying to add to the 1-point edge. Teslavich's second shot is good. So the sophomore now with 6 in the game. 2-point Allegheny lead, 5 minutes to go. Hergenrother working the logo against Teslavich. Both teams in the bonus. Out front, Hergenrother into the corner. Weir catch and shoot 3. Front rim, no good. Long rebound to the floor grab by Hergenrother. Mick tried to flip it back into Ryan as he fallen out of bounds. The ball stolen away. 4:41 to go. Teslavich again getting downhill to the basket. Shot up, no good, but a foul. And they're going to do it again.
Interesting there. Teslavich taking over in this game, laying on the bench, and Sitter, or Portis rather, not Sitter, Sitter in the game. Teslavich taking over late in this game. Slowing the game down for the Gators, getting to the free throw line.
Went strong with the left hand. The foul was on DePietro, his 3rd. Teslavich right back to the line, makes the first one. And you mentioned it, that might be a formula, just trying to get downhill, get to the basket or draw a foul. One more coming line right. The Allegheny lead is now 3. Hergenrother checks out of the game. Teslavich gets them both. 8 for Teslavich, came in averaging 4 a game. And Allegheny plus 4. Working center circle, Harrell. Around a screen left side. Harrell hesitates. It's deep. Shot blocked inside by Wallace. And Wallace comes away with a loose ball. On the run, Teslavich. This time caught up top of the key. Feeds to Wallace, and he shuffled his feet for the travel.
Thought about the shot, kind of set his feet, the 1-2 a lot of shooters do to get into their form, and then took another step to get to the rim. Found himself wide open there. Travel called there. Big play.
Well, working against Perry across the timeline. Westminster down 4. Petro hands off to Stanley. Moving right side for Harrell. Harrell trying to get the ball inside for DePietro, deflected out of bounds by Wallace. Wallace has been standing firm with the 4 fouls and the immediate timeout. The last one here in regulation. 3:57 to go here in the second half. It's 66-62 Allegheny lead. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment. Your home of the Titans is WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
Let's look at that Titan radio app. It's free. Check it out. And we're back to action. Here is Westminster will inbound under the basket. I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Tom Rook is here as well. Let's go down to Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Allegheny really stressing the idea of getting the defensive rebounds. That's been the main key all game, but now it's stopping DJ Harrell as the game goes on. He's known as the Titan closer as this season has gone on. How can Allegheny stop DJ Harrell tonight?
All right, thank you, Tom. Westminster to inbound, down 4. Harrell feeds left side for Ryan.
Great defense off the out-of-bounds set from the Gators.
Ryan double teamed to Weir, fakes a 3, attacks the basket, short jumper, too strong. Ryan with the offensive board, and before he can go back up with it, a shot clock violation because Weir's shot didn't hit anything. So the ball goes back to Allegheny.
Stellar defense at a time that they need it right there. A lot of movement, a lot of back screens, a lot of misdirection from the Titans off that out-of-bounds play, and the Gators play it perfectly.
Allegheny with the basketball. Chance to add to a 4-point lead. Towns is going to fire from 3 and hit it. His 5th 3 of the game. He came in with 14 on the year.
Wow, I mean, when you need it, your star player, the freshman Latowskis, hits another 3.
10-2 run for Allegheny. Here's Weir going to try to answer. His 3's off the rim, no good. Latowskis with a rebound, 3:10 to go. Titans down 69-62. Teslavich, right side for Perry. Perry, top of the key, hands it back to Teslavich out front. Hits to the paint, spins to Wallace, steps back, now attacks, foul line jumper, up and good! And Wallace continues his strong game. He has 12 now, and it's back to a 9-point Allegheny lead.
The rim is tripled in size here for the Gators, everything falling.
Harrell to Stanley, corner for Ryan. Baseline drive, cut off, feeds Weir. 3 in the air, can't go. A rebound grab by Teslavich, and then he's fouled in the backcourt by Ryan.
All the momentum in the Gators' favor here in Buds Riddle Gymnasium. 71-62, ball going the other way now.
Westminster with a big win Saturday against Chatham, where it seemed like everything went their way. And now here, late in this second half, everything going the Allegheny way. Teslavich misses that first foul shot. Weir's going to check out. Hergenrother going to check in. Eli Teslavich one more line right. And it is up off the front rim, no good. Missed them both. Rebound grab by Westminster. Good hustle by Hergenrother. Stanley to Ryan. Ryan fakes a 3, attacks the basket, is under the hoop, looking for help, out to Hergenrother. Hergenrother, wing left. Stumbles top of the key, gives to DePietra, back to Ryan, another baseline drive, bangs into a man, feeds it out front, it's taken away. Teslavich on the run, spins in the lane and feeds it to Perry, who slows it down with 1:56 on the clock. 9-point edge by Allegheny, so they're in no hurry. Perry threw a double team to Wallace. Wallace back out front for Teslavich. Teslavich banging in, bangs into Hergenrother, the ball lost. Ahead to Harrell. Harrell 1 against 2 to the basket, lays it in. And Westminster going to take a timeout on the takeaway and the Harrell basket. So Westminster has cut it back down to 7. Check a replay on the Harrell steal. That's an earlier replay basket for Harrell, and here's his basket he just made. Give a little bit of push off the Wallace. It Gave him a little bit of space. He got away with it and able to finish. And Westminster holding on to this lead. Allegheny holding on to this lead of 71-64. Westminster 3 timeouts on the board, now 2 actually on the board. Timeout wise for Allegheny. They're out of timeouts at that 5-minute mark when they lost the challenge. Full court pressure by Westminster. Diamond in 1 press. All ahead right side for Sitter. And Sitter going to get fouled by Harrell. Sitter, a tough one to foul though, 89% foul shooter, 1 of 2 on the day.
Yeah, and it's not an 89% on, you know, small sample size rather. 32 of 36 on the year is Sitter, so he gets to the line at a healthy amount, a healthy diet of free throws.
So 2 shots line right for Sitter. The first one is good. 6'4" senior, came in averaging 10 points a game, is now at 11. One more line right. Allegheny's season average of points was 67. Second shot balances on the rim and falls in. Sitter gets the pair. Allegheny is back up by 9. Bergenrother, cross it to Ryan. Ryan left wing. Ryan to the baseline. Cut off there. And as he tries to get it back out to the Petro, ball knocked away and stolen away by Allegheny. Good hustle by Wallace. Lang is checked back in. He has the basketball wing left, and he's fouled by Stanley, stopping the clock at 1:04.
Maybe too little too late for Westminster now. A 9-point game. Coach Hannon took a little bit of a spill there. He gets up all good. He's been on the hardwood a few times. 73-64 the lead for the Gators.
So line right for Lang, who's been a good part of the second half on the bench with the fouls. Hit that first foul shot is Lang. He's only 52% for the line this year, but solid everywhere else. Second shot, one more for Lang. Front rim, no good. Rebound goes to Stanley. Harrell across the timeline. Titans are down by 10. Harrell with a basket, left the layup up and good. DJ Harrell gets the basket. Titans down 8, just 55 seconds to go though. Crossing the timeline, Latauskis gets fouled on the far sideline, and he'll get a couple of foul shots. Latauskis is 74% foul shooter. At this point, Westminster hoping for a lot of misses to get themselves back into this one late. And that's one off the front rim, no good.
Free throws, free throws, free throws down the stretch. One of the most important aspects of basketball. Latauskis a big one here.
Look at Coach Sullivan. Second shot rattles out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Ryan. Glimmer of hope still alive for the Titans. Harrell, top of the key. Trying to get downhill, hard to the basket, off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound, grabbed by Sitter. And then Sitter tied up by Harrell. Sitter thought he was going to get fouled, so he didn't really do anything. Harrell just tied him up, and Westminster gets the arrow.
Titans fighting and fighting and fighting until the very last whistle here.
74-66. Allegheny lead. Westminster gets the ball into Harrell. Baseline drive. Opposite corner. Mick gonna fire a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed by Perry. Stripped away by Stanley. He'll step back and fire a 3. It's off the rim, no. And Perry with the rebound. Perry on the run. And Perry gets fouled by Stanley.
Smart
22 seconds. Boy, Westminster just needed one of those 3s to fall to have that glimmer of hope.
Gators have the Titans number in this 2025-26 season.
Chance to put the second loss on the Titans on the season to Allegheny. Allegheny 166-54 up at Allegheny back on December the 3rd as Perry misses the first one. Titans then just that loss at Francisca, and the only other league loss by the Titans. One more line right for Perry is up and good. Perry 6 here in the second half, 11 in the game. Spencer with Harrell on the wing left, banging in, put the shot up off the glass and goes. So Harrell lead into another Westminster timeout, but down 75-68 with just 14.8 to go. We'll take a quick timeout, back with more in a moment. It's Allegheny 75, Westminster 68 on your home of the Titans, WCN. (75-68), the lead for Allegheny over Westminster. Just 14 seconds to go in this one. If it stays as it is, the Westminster 3-game lead in the North will slip to 2. Let's go down to Tom Rook. Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Coach Sullivan really stressing getting the ball inbounds here. He knows they're going to try to foul as soon as they get the ball in. It's just getting the ball inbounds. That's their focus right here, right now.
All right, they're going to have 5 players out of bounds to start. They'll throw it into Perry. Perry to Sitter. Sitter to Lang, and Lang holds the ball a while and is going to get to the foul line. Yeah, we start with everybody out of bounds. It's kind of like that go route, NFL out of bounds play.
Backyard football, kind of run your own route, draw your route on the football.
Yep. I'm going to do this.
Yep.
You go
If that doesn't work, I'm going to just run around in circles till I'm open.
Coach Richards there, hands over his face there. Foul shot no good by Lang. They've missed a few foul shots down the stretch, have the Gators. Second shot line right for Lang. Is in and out, no good. Rebound poked out of bounds. It'll be Westminster ball with 9 seconds. Down 75-68. You need a quick 3. Westminster has 1 timeout left. Quickly the ball into Harrell. And Harrell is going to go to the basket. Shoot it with the right hand, doesn't go. Ryan tips it up, it doesn't go. Rebound to the corner, grabbed by Perry, and that's going to do it. The Allegheny Gators come into Westminster and grab the upset win by a score of 75-68. Allegheny now going to 6-5 in league play. Second place in the North. Westminster will hang on to the first place spot, but now at 8-3, a 2-game lead. Westminster overall 13-7, and Allegheny falling, actually Allegheny upping their record to 8-12 on the season. See if we can get a word with Coach Richard in the postgame. But before we do so, we'll take a break. Westminster falling 75-68. Back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN. Westminster falls to Allegheny by a score of 75-68. Let's go down to Tom Rook with Coach Dave Richards. Go ahead, Tom.
Thank you, Mark. Coach, first PAC loss at home of the season. What's allowed you guys to have so much success here at home against PAC opponents?
We have good practices. When we have good practices, we play well. We didn't have 2 great practices the last 2 days, and it showed today. We weren't crisp defensively. We didn't move the ball well offensively. We just won ourselves today.
Your first year here at Westminster as head coach. Coach Pat Sullivan's second year at Allegheny. Do we sense a long-standing rivalry here with you guys early in your tenure at your respective schools?
Yeah, Coach Sullivan, he does a great job. They were ready to play. I got to do a much better job getting our guys ready to play, and I didn't do a very good job. Those guys really wanted it tonight.
Yeah, Coach, they shot the lights out from 3, right? 50%. How do you handle a team when that happens? You up it on your offensive end or kind of change defenses? What's the scheme there?
Yeah, we just got to do a better job of closing out, taking away catch and shoot threes. One of the things we talked about was guarding their initial action, and then from there, you got to be able to take away their threes and then keep them in front. We just didn't do a great job of that all night.
Now, what's the message to the team going forward the rest of the season?
Yeah, we got to learn from this. We'll watch film. We'll get back in the gym tomorrow. We got another big game on Saturday versus W&J, who's one of the best teams in the league. So we got to learn from this, watch film, and get ready for Saturday.
Thanks so much, Coach. Mark?
All right, thank you very much, Tom Rook, talking with David Richards, Westminster College head coach. A couple of items note. We talk about the three-point shooting. Westminster just 2 of 15 from 3 in the second half. A couple of those late ones forced, but still tough night. And 50% from 3. One of the points that we did bring up in the pregame is that Westminster has been last in all of the pack so far this year in three-point defense. And it wasn't like they were all wide open threes. It's just some of those games where like the other team just gets on a roll and hits them, and a guy like Latauskas comes in the year with 14 threes, and he hits 5.
Career high, easy. I don't even need to look it up.
Yeah, and it wasn't to a point where they were just getting him everything he wanted to, so those kind of things. Some of the final numbers in this one, Westminster led by DJ Harrell with 19 points in the game, 9 of 20 from the field. He had a free throw as well. 10 points for Trey DePietro. Trey made a couple of threes in this game. 9 for Nick Ryan, 9 for Drew Weir, 8 for Mick Hergenrother, 8 for Lucas Stanley, and 5 for Jackson Hendershot. Westminster 68-point shot, 23 of 64, 39% for the game, just 30% from 3 on 6 of 28, and 14 of 20 from the line.
You're looking at Allegheny. I mean, Allegheny, like you said, they shot 50% from 3, pretty much 50% from the field. About 40% of their makes were from beyond the three-point arc. 25 of 51 for the game, 11 of 22 from deep, 14 of 27 from the free throw line. They really, as I mentioned, battled back in that free throw discrepancy earlier in the game. It was 12 of 18 for Westminster and only 4 attempted for the Gators. Rebounding-wise, Westminster did win that on the back of Nick Ryan's 8 offensive rebounds to match Allegheny's team 8 offensive rebounds. Assist-wise, 12 for the Gators, 14 turnovers, 8 steals, and 4 block shots.
All right. That'll bring us now to our WCN and Titan Radio player of the game.
Of course, not a first-time winner, not a last-time winner. DJ Harrell going to be the Titan Radio and WCN player of the game, finishing with 19 points, a team lead, and 4 assists, also a team lead. 3 total rebounds, shot 9 of 20 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. A stat that you really don't see too often from a guy like Harrell. Only 1 attempted free throw for the entire night.
Yeah, that is true. That's a big number and something that we've seen DJ get to the line often. But Allegheny held firm down the stretch, and they come away with a win. Any other stats that jump out at you, Jake?
Pretty much an Allegheny-led game for the entire game. 28 minutes and 28 seconds of lead for the Gators. And Allegheny, a big run in the second half of 9 points with 3 minutes to go. They got a 9-0 run that really blew this game open.
Still ahead, Titantown Sports coming up tomorrow, so check that out tomorrow, and then moving through the weekend to check out that. Some of the other upcoming broadcasts that we have on our TV and radio side. We've got Westminster women's and men's basketball on the 14th, Valentine's Day action against Bethany, and also then on Wednesday, February 18th, action against Grove City here as well, so keep an eye on those. Do want to give you a little programming note. That Titan Alumni Gathering, I just got a note from Coach Roseanne Scott. She said that gathering has been canceled at W&J, so man, you can't go to that. Sorry, Jake. You won't be slipping out to the gathering as well. Keep in mind that game at W&J can be heard on Titan Radio. You're down there with Connor Ely on Saturday, so check that out. And also women's and men's basketball Monday on Titan Radio. That'll take place actually not Monday, but next Wednesday, taking place at Hiram. So at W&J, at Hiram for the last 2. So W&J and Hiram, the next 2. And that's basically going to wrap it up here from Westminster. Wanted to let you know that this broadcast was brought to you by the Broadcasting and Sports Communication Program at Westminster College, providing real-world experience in today's media for tomorrow's producers. Thanks to the entire crew for their efforts in bringing this game to you. TV announcers Ben Kelly, Jacob Rhodes, and Tom Rook. Thank you very much, gentlemen. On the radio, Tom, R.J. Scott, Austin Downs, and Connor Ely. Directing tonight was Jacob Walzer, Connor Ely, and Ben Kelly on replay. Graphics, Dennis Jones, Sophia Commenda. On the audio, Abby Richards and Lily Stenman. On the cameras, Derek McClafferty, Austin Downs, Nathan Putz, R.J. Scott, Ben White, Zoe Reed, Peyton Mel, and Jaden Jackson. Thank you very much, crew, for an outstanding job. Thank you to my broadcast partners on this one, to Tom Ruck on the sideline, to Jacob in the booth. I'm Mark Slazak saying thank you for watching. Final score, Allegheny 75, Westminster 68. And this has been Titan Basketball on WCN. You have a good night.